Hey everyone, my name is Ethan Van Sciver and welcome to the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. I'm a professional comic book artist for DC Comics and have been for 25 years. So I've got a lot of experience and I want to share it with you. We're going to do instructional videos that should be useful for kids and grown-ups as well. And we're doing it right from my studio. This is very, very informal. I've got kids, you'll hear them in the background. We listen to smooth jazz, we chill out, we get our art supplies ready, and we sit down and we do some drawing together, usually superhero themed, okay? I hope you like superheroes, because that's what we're gonna do. Here are our supplies. We gotta get our equipment together first, and so what we're gonna use is we're gonna use a lead holder with lead inside. Now you can buy this lead holder separately, and you can buy containers of this lead that you stick in there. This is a lead sharpener. Mine is very well used. I think I've had this thing for like 15 years. Alright, so you stick that in there. You'll see it's full of non-photo blue lead. See that blue in there? That's because I use a non-photo blue pencil usually. That is sharp. I'm using an HB lead. Actually, no, I'm not. This is a 3H lead. This is very, very hard lead. Look at my fingertips. Ugh, okay. I'll wash my hands next time, but I'm a working artist. For inks, we're going to be using my usual Copic multi-liners of various sizes. These are outstanding pens, great for technical and drafting work. And I think what we're going to do is we're gonna draw this guy right here, Batman the Dawnbreaker. Are you ready? Are you ready to go? Let me find a good picture for reference. It's been 3 weeks since I've drawn him. All right, we got it. So let's make sure that we can see this. Great. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just sort of build a shape of a head. And I'm kind of deciding how big it's going to be as I go. You'll see a lot of these instructional drawing courses that are very much kind of, you know, they'll sit there and they'll insist that you draw an oval perfectly right away. Now, I don't believe in that. I really believe that when it comes to drawing, it's all about bending lines together the way you would bend a wire hanger into a shape. You know, it's like if you were going to make a statue, a frame of a human being, and you're going to start with a wire hanger. You just bend and build and add, and mistakes happen all the time, and this is the correctional stage of drawing. So you can basically get away with anything here. You're just trying to find the drawing. And we're drawing Dawnbreaker, who is kind of a Batman character. So already we see we've got the general shape. He's got a young man's skull here. You can do anything. I mean, the thing about drawing a human head is that it really is all about the skull underneath, and that you have to be conscious as you're drawing a head that it is just flesh and muscle over a skull. I mean, the teeth are in here. Okay, so we can actually just do that for you really quick and just show you how that kind of plays out. Here are the cheekbones and the eye sockets. Okay, and this is just vague. I mean, you don't have to sit there and really draw a skull and you know, very well defined, but just understand that underneath your face is a skull with bones. Right here, see this shape here? See how he's going to be kind of, his head is tilted down a little bit, which is why we have this kind of sweeping line here. It's as if he's kind of tilting his head down and looking up at us. So we have these kind of sweeping lines. Now that follows through, obviously, to the teeth that are underneath the mouth here. So we know this nice shape here, that represents the line of his teeth. Okay, so we can actually just, you know, pencil those in for fun, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, if we were below him and looking up at him, obviously the line would be much different. I mean, here would be the kind of, let's draw a quick little kind of skull looking up at it here. You get the cheekbones, okay. And here's the nose, and here's the eye sockets right here. Again, we're keeping it very loose. But right in here, these are the way his teeth would fall in his mouth. Alright. You understand what I'm saying, basically, right? There's his chin. We're not going to do that. I'm going to erase that, but this is just, I'm trying to get this across to you, that you want to think in terms of following the shape, the angle that you're putting down. So this is, wow, now I feel like drawing Ghost Rider as Batman, don't you? Look at that. Wonderful. But we're not going to. We're going to stick with our original premise, and we're going to draw Batman, the Dawnbreaker. Now, if you haven't read the book, it's about what would happen if Bruce Wayne, as a young man, as a young boy actually, watched his parents get murdered in Crime Alley, as we know that he did. And rather than just kind of wait for the police and rather than to actually take his time to grieve and come to terms with what's happened to him, like the Batman that we know, he decides to go chase Joe Chill, and he's given the power of a Green Lantern ring, because the Green Lantern ring basically selects him. It sees that he's got no fear and he's got great willpower, and so Green Lantern ring chooses him, and in that moment grants him unbelievable power. And he uses that power spontaneously, and without much thought. He does it out of anger, and he murders Joe Chill. And that initial murder has, instead of giving, Bruce time to think about it and to train himself and to really make a plan, he's immediately gone down the wrong road, and he becomes a villain named Dawnbreaker, who was a mixture between Green Lantern and Batman. Okay, there you go. Can you see it under there? This is the rough pencil stage of this drawing. Alright, I think maybe I'll end this video here, and we'll start a new one where we begin the inks. And we'll erase this guy here. This guy doesn't need to be here. He's just in the way. Alright, watch my next video and we'll pick it up from here. See ya.